Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Uh, One of my favorite tools from the Worx product line are the cordless chainsaws they have. I have a 40-volt chainsaw, but one of the issues that I've starting to see with this one particular saw I have, it's a WG 384.9. I've been using it for probably, I'm guessing 2 years, 3 years, and when I use it pretty hard and aggressively on large oak logs, large poplar logs and such in the woods. So I just want to show what I'm starting to see with my saw. I'm having an issue with it, so let me demonstrate what that is. Alright, so once this is taken apart, you can see where the bar attaches to the saw itself. There's these two pins here along with the bolt that comes through. This bolt that goes through is the tightening mechanism, but when this is clamped down, you can see what's happening here. When I start, I'm obviously in this mode here, but as I go down on the cut, you know, the bar is moving like this, which you know, I don't like at all. So what I'm noticing is these pins in the background are moving up and down. I can't really move them by hand, but if I use the bar, I can, in the start position, you can see here how much gap I have up here. Okay, but then if I put some like downward cutting pressure, you can see how much that upside gap reduces. So what I'm thinking to do, I'm going to go ahead and set these pins down. So this one's down and that one's more up. And I'll put some Weld inside of these gaps to see what that does. I've not seen anybody do this. I've looked for some information on the internet to see how others handle this issue, and you know, I really don't want to go out and get a new saw. This saw, you know, as I say, is a few years old now. When I first bought it with the tool only, was like about $150. Now these saws are, you know, almost doubled in price here, and it's something I don't want to go ahead and just go get a new saw, although I do have a spare saw. I want to see if I can fix this, so let's have a go. What I'm going to do is, as I said before, I'm going to use some KwikWeld. This is a quick setting steel reinforced epoxy. It's supposed to be high strength, set pretty quickly, and then have a cure time behind it. So let me go ahead and set that up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've already made sure everything is really clean in here, and I've got, as I said, I want to maintain a gap up high and a gap down low here. All right, so go ahead and open up a KwikWeld, and according to the instructions here, we want to, you know, make sure the area is clean of any grease, oil, and dirt, which in this area you're going to have. So I'll go ahead and I'll get some brake cleaner applied to this. All right, so as I say, the directions here, you know, call for the area to be really clean. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use some of this brake cleaner. It's a very good parts cleaner, and knocks out all the oil that you might have. So I'm going to do that out here over the lawn area.
12 seconds later.
All right, so I've gotten that all sprayed off now, so I'm going to let this dry in the sun a little bit.
A few minutes later.
And I'm just going to come through here with a little bit of a paper towel, make sure I'm, again, the gap high here and the gap low there, and start mixing up our KwikWeld. So a quick tip for most folks, usually these tubes, when you first open them up, you're going to see they're sealed like this. There is a, on the cap, there is like a little point in there that you can use to pierce that gap. And what they're calling for is a 50-50 blend of material. So this is strictly by eyeball here. I'll go ahead and pierce this one. Pierces very nicely, and just eyeballing about the same amount of volume here. Oops. Okay, get that cap back on. So I'm going to seal these guys up really good because I want to use them later. and then just come through with a card and really mix these two components up with each other. And the instructions said it would turn to like a gray color. Okay, so it's getting mixed up there pretty good. Just going to lift this up. I'm going to so I don't need much. And to do the actual applying of it, alright, so the best I could come up with was a little stick that had kind of a squared off end to it. I'm going to take some of this, put it in here. Yeah, it's really setting up now. Okay, so I know it doesn't look pretty right now, but my main goal was to put some pressure on the underside of this one and on the top side of this one. That way they'll lock in position. And now I'll just come back and do a little cleanup. Alright, so it's a little tough to do, but I've tried to get it, you know, in there and set, so hopefully, as the instructions say, you know, it'll set in 6 minutes and then it'll take another 4 or 6 hours to fully cure. But I think that's going to help. Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to come in here with a little bit of a rag and wipe this excess off here so it's nice and smooth, so I don't have to deal with that so much later. Alright, so just for fun, what I'm going to do, basically what JB Weld is, it's basically you have a base and an activator or a catalyst. And I know from previous experience with other things that if you put these things around heat or sunlight, they tend to cure a little more rapidly. Hopefully it'll set up better. So I'm just going to leave that out here in the sun and let it do its thing, and then come back to it later and put everything together. Okay, let's see how that turned out.
The next day.
Alright, so I've got a nice little fine metal file here, and I can see that despite me cleaning this up yesterday, I have a little bit of excess here, so I'm just going to go around and flatten this excess off that I had from yesterday. Okay, do that on both. All right. All right. Try it again. There it goes. Feel it. Okay. That tightens it up pretty nice. Alright, and I can already tell, I can see that the amount of play up and down has been reduced, but it's not what I was hoping for. I think before I was getting maybe about an inch or two of movement, and now it's maybe about a ½ inch here out on the end. So it's some improvement, but all right, so not the full fix that I was hoping for, but at least instead of getting a full 2 inches of backlash out here on the end, I think I'm down to about a ½ inch. So with that, I'm going to go out here and try it in the woods and see how it feels. All right, so I found this red oak out here. It's only about maybe a 12-inch diameter oak, and we'll give it a go, see how the saw does. Alright, so just putting all that extra torque on the end of the bar like that, I can feel it's much better. I know I said I went from about a 2-inch deflection down to about a ½ inch, but it is much better. So as long as this holds up like this, I think that's going to be a win for my modified saw. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this will help somebody else who has a similar problem. And listen, if anyone's come across this before and has a better solution, please let me know and drop it in the comments below. Thank you.